Alright, are you ready? I hope you are. And guess what? Tonight we're gonna be doing this in cartridge. I haven't spoken about some item for a while, and let's do and break it down to the pieces of their small shapes and sizes, whatever they would be. I don't know yet, but I'm gonna be clarifying that as I move on through our session of tonight, and together we'll be doing good together. If you're my counterpart, that I just feel you all, and I'm gonna be practicing in front of you all right now. So it's like the simplest probably item ever. It's in cartridge. I don't remember now from what times it stems. It's been on my kitchen lane, sitting on my table forever. I guess it's been a long while. It sat there and did actually nothing until I took it right just maybe 2 minutes ago, and for the purpose of advancing my American English and probably speaking right now. And so this is cartridge from my old pen. Probably the outer shell of my pen just disappeared, and I don't remember the circumstances under which that shell disappeared, and the body of my pen hasn't been preserved to this point of my life, or our track, wherever you'd like to put it later on your own. Call it on your own, it's up to you, whatever. I'm good anyway. So this is the very inners of a regular pen, and probably every, maybe not every, but any ordinary pen would have such inners like this. Is only one part of all possible inners, and this is the single item. I would call it like a writing unit, but it's called in cartridge. Writing unit sounds better. It sounds more American to me, to my American brains, and I don't know why I like to call it like a writing unit, but it's called like some separate name. No can do. Somebody named this before I started my American and ordinary way, so no can do better with all these shits that you may encounter on my channel. Here is my little shoot and whales. So we've got our introductory fluff out of the way. Let's move on to the inners itself. This NAS is in cartridge. It's like ordinary shaped, but I'm not going to be talking about ordinary things being here or elsewhere else. I'm going to be talking about extraordinary ones. And what's extraordinary about this in cartridge? The extraordinary thing to me, to my perception, that it's not translucent to the full extent. It's only like half translucent, half opaque. It's ordinary shaped. It's roundish and cylinder-like shaped item, and it's like stretched immensely, and that's why it doesn't look like a whole cylinder, but it's cylinder as is, and it's like one cylinder with a hollow central part of it. It only has like empty space in it, but I'm not going to be talking yet about empty or filled spaces inside this item. I'm only near in this object from the outer side, and what I hit so far is inners, excuse me, but size. The size of this cylinder-like item, made out of not maybe half translucent substance, reminding simple plastic. It's like how many on the whole length of this item goes up to 3 match boxes. That's how it's long, and in centimeters it would be probably like, let's reflect, I don't know, like around 15 centimeters, maybe 7 inches or so, something like that. I don't gauge those measure units properly because I'm not Native American, and I'm only in the picture was cooking here in those measure units world. It's been like how many, 15 centimeters we set it, and what else, it's like not properly stretched, it's not like straight, it's like something bent it and ruined its strength, straight shape, and it's like whirling slightly around its axis, and it's like sideways, and it's not gonna be like the straight line. It's rather like snake, like snake crawls. It leaves its track, like not being like straight, but it's like randomly shaped, that this ink cartridge makes its way in that way as a regular snake would, not being like straight thoroughly, but something approaching the straight line but not reaching it completely. I hope it will in some distant future, and where they'll be releasing some straight items, taking their shape to the point, to the degree of perfectness, where it's going to be like a fully straight, not declining at any point out of straight line. So it's like two threes of the it's like 2/3 of this ink cartridge is filled with the ink itself, and ink is like darkish blue. It's not seen because it's behind the sides of this ink cartridge writing unit. I may call it whatever way I want, right? It's my American, so it's writing unit. I may call it writing unit whatever many times I want. As many times as I want. So okay, let's just oh my god, it's ink cartridge. Okay, I don't mind about it being this nice item is the ink cartridge. So I got sidetracked. What was I gonna say? See, it's filled with ink, and it has its head, a writing piece on the very end, on the very end of this unit is called a writing head. A writing head, like a warhead in a missile, like a warhead in a missile. But I hope we'll never have those warheads and missiles for real in our real lives. I hope we won't. So it's writing head. Let's imagine these being a missile, and these like warhead is writing head. It's made out of some steel relating metal, and it's not like fully steel, I believe, but because those Chinese producers, they always save money by making some lame material, putting lame materials instead of decent ones into the whatever that item would be. They just save money. It's not, maybe it's steel, maybe like 90% steel, who knows, who counted? No one counted, right? So no one gauged, I should say. So the writing unit, it's like cone shaped on the very end, and what's interesting about this part of this writing unit of this ink cartridge is the fact that it has on the very top, on the very pinnacle of this mountain is being, imagine this being a picture of this is a mountain, and the very top, the very pinnacle of this mountain is that very pointed, like a warhead piece that flanks outer surface on the very top of this writing head. Its piece is called like simple ball, like ball made out of steel, and it allows the whole ink cartridge to operate properly, and by operating properly I mean it allows, by whirling around this analysis ball on the very end, allows ink to get out of this ink cartridge, going through the writing head, going straight through it, and reaching this ball on the very end, which is writing piece itself. And this writing piece being a simple ball like metal made item. Tiniest one, probably less than the diameter of this round ball is something redundant. So this metal ball is only like half of a millimeter of its diameter, I guess, if my eye gauging tool doesn't fail me. I hope it doesn't. So it's around half of a millimeter of its diameter only, but it's cool. It delivers any handwriting you want, including your own. If you write, that's your handwriting, right? So it delivers joy to the full extent as it delivers to me regular on an everyday basis. I use something like this, not necessarily this one, but something like my regular pen. I wouldn't take it to the frame to my camera angle tonight, because in the frame of my video shoot of tonight, because it's something redundant. We have already this one. Why do they bring something else into the story of tonight? Let it be the main character tonight. No dissolving, no diluting our essence of tonight's rant with something else, something redundant. It's not needed here, right? So those sides, they're only like half of a millimeter of their thickness, and again, you can bend it wherever degree you want, almost wherever degree you want. It doesn't break because it's like resilient. Probably it's not fully resilient. If you want, you can break it easily. Like if you like bend it at an angle of 90 degrees or nearing that extent, you may break it easily because it's not resilient to full extent. It's not the rubber substance, not the some eraser or any resilient item. It's not at all. Just maybe it's like plastic, regular plastic, and it doesn't get to that degree of being bent without being broken, right? So broken, excuse me, broken, broken. It's not broken yet. I'm not gonna be breaking it because it's my beloved, probably my whatever game changer. We are changing the rules of our game tonight. I described on this shit. It's not a shit. It's something good and decent in my life. So sorry, some friggin' viruses everywhere. I hope they haven't got inside me and never will. So this one is like what is for regular pen. Every person can use that pen whatever issues this person's about to be solving, by writing something, sending letters, receiving letters, writing answers, filling essays, filling application forms, filling visa forms, filling whatever, just job job letters, cover letters, and the stuff that goes and falls along these lines. You know what I'm saying? And what else? It's like taken separately out of the outer body of this pen. It lays somewhere else. I don't know where it lays now, where it leaves. Maybe it doesn't leave at all. Maybe it's trashed already. I don't remember now. It's not important to our story of tonight. Not in the relation of our story of tonight. It's not needed. So we're gonna be moving forward with this one. Just to imagine, a regular plant probably would produce something like this in very massive amounts. Like every this factory is able to launch the mass production of these in cartridges, because it's like ordinary shape, nothing special about it. But only if you think, excuse me, that way, it's not important. If you think that way, if you think it's needed in your life, when it's needed, it's needed in my life tonight. I'm burping and I'm like losing my voice. I'm talking too much tonight. Excuse me. I have to sip my adorable water here, and I'll be with you as soon as I do that. Once I've done that, I'll be with you. So the empty part hosts air inside within the rings of its sides. It hosts air and nothing except of that this air is able to move in and out of it easily because it doesn't have the cap on. It's like the hole, not dug in it, but it's like just being there. This hole is there. It's been there as soon as I remember all my life. It's been there. It's been here because it's needed to not only to air getting out of it, but for this is for allowing the full ink substance to get out at this side, because otherwise it wouldn't be easily going out. Because if we had here like vacuum, this part over here will be unmovable because it doesn't come out if air doesn't get in, because physics like nature doesn't tolerate empty, as they say in my language, whatever, first, I forgot my American now. It's like on the top. Okay, the nature doesn't tolerate empty, whatever that empty would be related to it. Let's say if this was like vacuum, this ink wouldn't come out at all, just maybe because of this empty over here and this cap being over there, but it's not here, thanks God. So the air may get out and get in easily, allowing this thing over there operate properly and deliver us success at our routine, which we follow every day regularly, and deliver us the results we want. Excuse me, I'm stumbling here because okay, what else? It's like if you look at it at this angle from at the angle of if you look at the front like this, as I'm looking from a side, it looks like something like two-dimensional object, like being on the flat surface, like not having its third dimension because it's hidden behind the this head over here. Writing head is hidden over the writing head. It's not seen if you look at it at a straight angle, as I'm looking right now. For example, just imagine it's not supposed to be perfectly. It never will, because we are not perfect creatures. We're not in our abilities. We are not able to hold it firmly to hide this rear part of my adorable writing unit in cartridge. If we take and look at it at this point, we get the simple image of metal writing head. We are looking literally at a ball, writing piece on the very top, on the very end, which we are approaching right now. At this side, let's say we are looking, as I am looking right now, we're looking at this side. What are we getting? I said, what are we getting? What we are getting? Okay, if we look at this side, we get the simple image of a simple hull being on this ink cartridge, not filled with ink at all, because it's like rear party. It has to be that way, with empty space in it, allowing just this unit to operate the way we want it to operate. And I kind of like got sidetracked from that idea that every regular factory would be able to produce this one and have it as a massive production, as a massive production kind of goods, because it's easily produced. It has no just too complicated units in it, and it only takes time to produce it out of regular materials, and not putting extraordinary efforts to figure some shit out of this nice item, just being as is, just nothing redundant is here, nothing is again everything it needs it already has, and it's been like probably the most simple item ever since it's been launched. I don't remember how many years it's been launched. It's in its massive production process. It's been launched, that process of massive production, and I guess it's been like a century or so. These items have been produced, and we are happy enough to have it in our lives these days. And I hope we will have it just in centuries that's gonna follow further on. Even when we die, after we die, I hope we will. I wish we'd never die, but we will. But I hope we will not die in the nearest run. And anyways, up to God and up to us what to do with our lives, right? So I practiced what I wanted. I can wring out some more substance out of these nicest items, but I'm gonna be doing that probably on my incoming video shoots, approaching these items from different angles. As we've never done it previously, in this take I only gave what I wanted. It's my first line attitude, first raw attitude, if you will. If you'd like to put it that way, I like to put it this way. First raw attitude. It's my very first approaching angle for this nicest item. I'll be approaching it at some other angles as my sessions for my video shoots here will roll out here on my channel called Dive Into Free English. And as soon as I've done what I wanted, and only thing that remains to be done is my just quick I love you all, I feel you all, and stuff that goes along these lines. Pleasure to be with you, and I feel you all. Again, go your way no matter what I say. I'll be with you on it. Bye.